Today, people want results fast, but how healthy is it to lose a lot of weight in a short period of time? Will the new weight even last? Christian Moran shares his story of how he lost 135 pounds over a period of 3 years.
About 5 or 6 years ago, I had gotten to a point that by all classifications, I was obese. At that point, I got up over 300 pounds. I was like 305 pounds. And I had just recently been married, and as one of my Valentine's Day presents, my wife got me a Men's Health magazine. And I remember being really upset about it because I felt like she was trying to tell me, this is the ideal of the person I want as a husband, right? I mean, it was nothing like that. Her intention in getting it just was, she thought it was an interesting men's magazine that I could read and kind of enjoy. But after I kind of looked at it, I noticed the real issue was I was insecure about, what I had let myself kind of become and how my weight was really affecting my life.
Christian joined a gym, but he didn't lose weight immediately.
I really wasn't one of the people, though, that you saw lose, 10, 15 pounds a week like you see on, Biggest Loser or something like that. Mine was much more, every week I would lose 1 to 2 pounds, and just over time, I, managed to lose over 130 pounds.
Christian learned that exercise alone wasn't the answer. He had to balance exercise with a healthy diet. Though he didn't see immediate changes in his appearance, he did see some success.
What I did start to see, though, was when I got on the treadmill or when I got on the elliptical machine or whatever it was that I was working out at that time, I wasn't as lethargic, right? I could get on, I could go for a half an hour instead of 20 minutes. I could go for, a 2-mile run instead of a, half-mile run.
Christian now lives a completely different life.
I've gotten myself to a point where I'm physically active enough. I still don't have the technique or the fundamentals, but at least I'm not the guy that's sitting on the side of the road, I gotta get off this bike and catch my breath. So having, a certain level of endurance just to be able to participate is fantastic.
Christian has advice for others wanting to lose weight. He actually has 3 steps.
The biggest piece of advice that I can give to someone is, you've just kind of got to get started. The next thing is figure out how you want to track your progress. I keep a food journal, and I weigh myself every day. I keep track of, all the exercises that I do and things like that. So at any point in time, I can look back over the last 3 years and say, this week I ate this many calories, I, exercised this many times, and, this is what I weighed, and this is the progression of my weight loss, over some period of time. And then third, really kind of take an interest in the types of food that you're eating and expand your horizons a little bit, right? So for me, it was really easy to say I wanted a hamburger or something like that because I hadn't tried a lot of other things. Now I go to a restaurant, the first thing that I'm looking for is, what's on the menu here that I've never tried before? And I've come to find that, there's a ton of vegetable dishes that I love.
He also says it's important to remember that there are many different ways to define success.
You can define success based on the number on the scale, your waist size, all sorts of different things. But really, the change in how you feel and your ability to kind of be more active and do more things is another huge way to define success.
You can also be successful at losing weight by starting a healthy lifestyle. You may not lose 15 pounds in 1 week, but in 2 or 3 years, you can be a new you. Reporting from Chesterfield, I'm Andrea Freile.